Hello and welcome back to Miss Ramoser's temporary classroom away from Viewlands Elementary. I'm so happy that you are here with me today, so thank you for taking this time to grow your brain and read a story with me. Today we are going to read a story called Amazing Grace, but first we need to plot where we are on the mood meter. So when I look at the mood meter today, I know that we have 4 zones we can find ourselves in. Today, Miss Ramoser is in the blue zone. I feel kind of tired. I would like to take a long nap, and that's okay sometimes. So, I want you to take a moment to think about what zone you're in today. What zone am I in? And after you've thought about what zone you're in, I'd like you to place yourself on the mood meter by saying, today I'm in the zone. You might be in the blue zone like Miss Ramoser. You might be in the green zone, ready to learn, yellow or red. Let's say that sentence together. Today I'm in the zone. Awesome. Thank you, friends. So now that we have placed ourselves on the mood meter, we are going to read a story called Amazing Grace. This story is written by Mary Hoffman and illustrated by Caroline Binch. Aw, look at this girl on the cover. She does look pretty amazing. So, today's story, Amazing Grace. Wow, look at all these pictures of her playing. She's dressed up as all types of different strong characters. Grace was a girl who loved stories. She didn't mind if they were read to her or told to her or made up in her own head. She didn't care if they were from books or movies or out of Nana's long memory. Wow, I just made a connection. Nana is another word for grandma, and I actually call my grandma Nana. Sometimes we say Nana or Nana. For me, I call my grandma Nana, so I'm going to call the way that Grace thinks of her grandma as Nana too. Grace just loved stories, and after she had heard them, and sometimes while they were still going on, Grace would act them out, and she always gave herself the most exciting part. Grace went into battle as Joan of Arc and weaved a wicked web as Anansi the spider. She hid inside the wooden horse at the gates of Troy. She went exploring for lost kingdoms. She sailed the 7 seas with a peg leg and a parrot. Who do you think she's dressed up as here? She was Aladdin, rubbing his magic lamp to make the genie appear. And Mowgli in the backyard jungle. Most of all, Grace loved to act out adventure stories and fairy tales. When there was no one else around, Grace played all the parts herself. She set out to seek her fortune with no companion but her trusty cat and found a city with streets paved in gold. Sometimes she could get Ma and Nana to join in when they weren't too busy. Then she was Dr. Grace, and their lives were in her hands. I see they're all pretending to dress up like they're in a hospital, like they're patients. And here is Grace taking care of everyone. One day, Grace's teacher said they would do the play Peter Pan. Grace knew who she wanted to be. When she raised her hand, Raj said, "You can't be Peter. That's a boy's name." But Grace kept her hand up. "You can't be Peter Pan," whispered Natalie. "Oh, you can't be Peter Pan," whispered Natalie. "He isn't black." But Grace kept her hand up. "All right," said the teacher. "Lots of you want to be Peter Pan, so we'll have to have auditions next week to choose parts." She gave them words to learn. When Grace got home, she seemed sad. "What's the matter?" asked Ma. "Raj said I couldn't be Peter Pan because I'm a girl." "That just shows what Raj knows," said Ma. "A girl can be Peter Pan if she wants to." I agree with Grace's mom. I think that if a girl wants to do something, she can do anything she sets her mind to. Grace cheered up. Then later, she remembered something else. "Natalie says I can't be Peter Pan because I'm black," she said. Ma looked angry. But before she could speak, Nana said, "It seems Natalie is another one who doesn't know nothing. You can be anything you want, Grace, if you put your mind to it." Wow, look at this amazing family that Grace has. Both her ma and her nana believe in her so much. They know that it doesn't matter if she's a girl. It doesn't matter if her skin is different than another character like Peter Pan. She can do anything. On Saturday, Nana told Grace they were going out. In the afternoon, they caught a bus and train into town. Nana took Grace to a grand theater. The sign outside read, "Rosalie Wilkins in Romeo and Juliet," in sparkling lights. Wow. Take a moment to look at this ballerina. "Are we going to the ballet, Nana?" asked Grace. "We are, honey. But first, I want you to look at this picture." Grace looked up and saw a beautiful young ballerina in a tutu. Above the dancer, it said, "Stunning New Juliet." "That one is little Rosalie from back home in Trinidad," said Nana. "Her granny and me, we grew up together on the island. She's always asking me, do I want tickets to see her Rosalie dance? So this time I said yes." After the ballet, Grace played the part of Juliet, dancing around her room in her imaginary tutu. "I can be anything I want," she thought. On Monday, the class met for auditions to choose who was best for each part. When it was Grace's turn to be Peter, she knew exactly what to do and all the words to say. She had been Peter Pan all weekend. She took a deep breath and imagined herself flying. When it was time to vote, the class chose Raj to be Captain Hook and Natalie to be Wendy. There was no doubt who would be Peter Pan. Everyone voted for Grace. "You were fantastic," whispered Natalie. Wow. Oh, look at Grace's Peter Pan. It's true. When I think about the Peter Pan in the movies that I saw when I was a kid, I did notice that he was a white boy. But it's pretty awesome to see how Grace, she's teaching all of us that it doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, if you're black or white or any other amazing skin color. You can be anything you want to be. The play was a big success, and Grace was an amazing Peter Pan. After it was all over, she said, "I feel as if I could fly all the way home." "You probably could," said Ma. "Yes," said Nana. "If Grace put her mind to it, she can do anything she wants." Look how proud she is. You did it, Grace. Okay, the end. Thank you, friends, for reading this story with me today. Tomorrow, we are going to have the opportunity to read another book about Grace. I just had it right here. It'll be a surprise tomorrow. And we're going to be able to think about how the two of these books connect to one another. We might think about how we notice the same character. We might notice that we see some of the same ideas of believing in one another. So, thank you so much for joining me as we read Amazing Grace today. As we say goodbye, I want you to think about something that you can do. Maybe it has to do with something you want to be when you grow up. Maybe it's something that you want to create. Just remember that you can do anything because you are amazing. Thank you.